right, here we go with number one. So, the only thing I was really hearing that I want to fix or focus on from the last thing you did, the first 16th note stuff, and I think you kind of mentioned it, like having some trouble like going into the chords. Like at the fast speed, it sounded like too much of a slide happening, like it wasn't the chord and the picking hand meeting at the same time. It was like definitely heard the chord sliding up and then a pick. So we're going to focus on more precise chord changes with the 16th notes. But the rhythm was great. You definitely got that, so that was good. So, focusing on very clean, precise chord changes. So really want to make sure that you don't move to the new chord until the very last possible second. So you're waiting for that downstroke to begin before you start moving into the next one. So when you're getting ready to change, make sure you've fully completed that upstroke and then line up that downstroke into the new chord. All right, 60 for number one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 2, 3 and a 4, 1, 2, 3 and a 4, 1 and a 2, 3 and a 4, 1 and a 2. 100. 1, 2, 3, 4. 140. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Repetitions. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That was not repeating it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. To the sweep picking, and you probably saw this coming. Just going down instead of going up. Alright, 60. And 1, 2, 3, 4. 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 180. slower. 200. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 220. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No bad note. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And 240. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I like what you came up with for the lead thing. So I think let's keep focusing on this stuff, on the lead writing and whatnot, since it does take a bit of time, and we're gonna keep adding and adding and adding stuff here, and we might do this a few times until you starting to feel even more comfortable with the like improvisation stuff. So we're gonna do the same idea as last time. And again, we're building off of what was already there. So basically what you learned and what you wrote last time, you're going to play again in the new video, plus the new thing that I wrote to complement what you played. And then you're going to write something to complement or respond to what I did. Same rhythm again, just like last time. So there's a bend at the beginning here. I gotta explain like kind of what I did with Guitar Pro so you can program a similar thing if you want to even do a bend. You don't have to, but if you want to, I want you to know how to do it. Guitar Pro is funny. There's all kinds of extra steps you gotta take in order to make the bend look the way it should, along with sounding like it should in the MIDI guitar. It's absolute pain in the butt. But anyway, so just like last time, if you want to change the tempo on this, you can, for sure. And I'm saying that because this might be a challenge, maybe at first, but I don't think it's too terribly difficult of a legato thing. I know we haven't done anything with 16th notes yet with legato, except for some of the finger tapping. But yeah, I'll get to that in just a second. So let's see, clear this out. All right, so I'm going to start nice and slow and play the whole new thing. And basically, like when you're bending this, it kind of like goes up, like the full bend hits about the middle of the beat, which is why I use the eighth notes here. And then this is really going to be releasing on beat 4. So like with Guitar Pro, I had to put it in to begin the bend release when the upbeat of 3 is happening. So really I'm kind of thinking of it just like bending on the 1, and then I release on the 4, pull off on the upbeat of 4. Alright, so I'm going to play this at 60. Oops. Where's that? There's the button. That's what I needed. Okay. All right, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. Should just single that part out right there. Get your 1 E and a 2. I didn't even do that right, did I? It's always different when you write it at a certain speed and then slow it way the heck down. Alright, let me just count the rhythm on that. So we got 1 E and a 2 and a 3 E and a, yeah, 1E and a 2 and a 3E and 4E and a 1 and a 2. 1E and a 2 and a 3E and 4E and a 1 and a 2E and 3E and a 4. There we go. 1E and a 2 and a 3E and 4E and a 1 and a 2E and 3E and a 4. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more time. Let's speed that part up because it's going to be the most complicated. Here it is at 120. 1E and a 2, 1E and a 2 and a 3E and 4E and a 1 and a 2E and 3E and a 4. 1E and a 2 and a 3E and 4E and a 1 and a 2E and 3E and a 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, bad note. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. And 170. So here, like I said, counting it, because that's really a pain in the butt, so I get a feel for it. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So something like that, you may want to work up like a normal exercise kind of thing. You start at the 60, go up in 5s until you got this thing up to speed. I tried going a bit faster though. So again, if this ends up being too complicated, too difficult, that's okay. Let me know, and we can try this at a slower tempo. Okay? So again, just drop Guitar Pro down to where you need it in order to get through the whole thing. So just based on what you've shown me, I don't think this would be too difficult. I might end up being wrong, but something you could definitely get eventually. Maybe not within a week, but definitely give it your best. Yeah, just focus on that part separately because that's going to be, again, the most challenging part, I believe. All right, let's go back and play the whole thing, starting at 60 again. Just hope I get the timing of the difficult part right this time when I do it, because yeah, when you write something at a specific tempo and then you got to slow it way down, it can mess you up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. So it all makes a lot more sense when you hear the chords along with it too. Alright, here's a 120. 1, 2, 3, 4. I picked when I wasn't supposed to. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. you a shot. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wrong note. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So as far as, what you're going to come up with on that fast part, it could be anything like that pattern. So like da 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 da. You don't even have to do all a bunch of legato. You could do something like this. That's totally fine. You could do like really basic thing like that, or like kind of repeat a pattern like that. Or something like that. That's fine too. So again, it doesn't have to follow exactly what I'm doing. You could do that. Things like that, totally fine. Yeah, so the bend thing, if you're going to recreate it, if you want to do a bend, let me switch over to a different setting. Okay. So I'm just going to basically recreate what I did before. So if you're going to bend the same, or well, let's do a different note. Let's say you bend up, say the 8th fret because it's in the same area as the other one, or the previous note. Let's say you want to do a whole step bend there, and we're going to follow the same rhythm. So you put that in, and then you hit B for bend, and I ended up moving mine further out this way. If I look here, say extended it that way, so this way it sounds like it reaches the top of the bend after a full 8th note is played. Because if you have it over here, the default, it sounds like it goes up too fast. So not only are you trying to get the notation correct for this, you also have to move where the bend's supposed to kind of go, or how it's supposed to sound in this window. So again, I hit B to bring up the bend box, and then like over here is what it started at, and then I moved it way over here so it would sound correct. And then you move over to the next thing. You're going to hit L for the tie, which also needs to be up here. You missed one. Yeah, so L for the tie. Now, I hit L here on the upbeat of 1, but look where the arrow is. It looks like it's pointing to the downbeat of 2, which is stupid. But that's Guitar Pro. I don't know why they do it that way. It looks so bad. So what you do in order to make it look proper, because we're not having the bend go like hit the height on beat number 2, we want it to finish within beat number 1. So you hit B for bend again, and then you select hold. Now it looks correct. So then we come over here to beat number 2. We hit L for the tie. We're going to hit L for the tie again, L for the tie again, and the letter B for the bend. And here is where we put in the release. Now, we need to move this all the way over here. And I don't remember if I moved this as well. Let me take a look. I did. Right, because it needed to sound more like that. Oh. Yeah, so we also need to move it over here. So you tell you what, I'm going to undo that bend. So we hit B for the bend. We go to release. We move this all the way to the end. And this pretty close to the end. And then for this, once again, L for the tie. And then, let's say, we're pulling off, let's say we pull off to the 5. Or actually, this, yeah, let's pull off to the 6. We do that, and then that, sorry, I missed saying something there. So, obviously, I hit in the note I'm pulling off to, and then I went back here to hit H. You think H for hammer on, but it's also hammer on and pull off. So I hope that makes sense. Definitely go back and rewatch any of that to get the idea down. Again, that's if you even want to do the bend. You don't have to. You can do something else. So if you do something else, you basically want it to sound the same. So like basically you have a note at the start. It's like a 1, 4, and then you can just, if you do it like that, just hit a bunch of ties to make it sound correct. That would be fine. Or, yeah, let's leave it at that, because this might be confusing if I go too far off. Well, you know what? Here, look at this. If you choose not to do a bend, but you want to keep, but we're going to keep the same rhythm, this is what it needs to look like. So I'm going to delete this, and this is what it needs to look like. So the first note really is going to ring out for 3 beats. So remember, if something rings out for 3 beats, we want the half note, and we need to dot it. So the dotted half note is what that's going to be. And then you can hit R for the rest symbol. And you move over here, and then we'll do another rest symbol, but then we're going to get rid of the dot and change this to an 8th note. And then do another one. Hit the letter R to kind of input that in. So let me go back here. So I put this in, right? Then I moved or hit the arrow key to move over. See how that's like a light gray? So when it looks like that, you can hit the letter R. That'll input a rest symbol. So that's how you want it to look. Basically the same as that bar right here, if you don't want to do a bend. But if you do want to do the bend, that's how it's going to start. All right, so I also am sending over the next scale thing to work on. And I think that covers it all. So again, we will get into more chord theory stuff as we progress with this. Hang on. But just to make sure we're not focusing on too many things at once, I feel like let's focus on getting better with the scales, like using them to make music and all that stuff. And I'll talk more about what's going on in all these progressions too. So like what's going on here with this progression, how about this? This will be my final question to you. What is the numbered chord progression happening here? So there's your progression. What's the numbered chord progression? See if you can figure it out. All right, any questions, let me know. I will see you again in your new videos.